Welcome to this video. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, if we've not met, my name is Ted Gould. I'm a bass player, music educator, and YouTube creator. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I normally do. If you've checked out any of my content before, I'm going to do a review of Roy Vogt's Teach Me Bass Guitar course. Now, you may be asking, why in the world would you be reviewing another person's bass course if bass content is what you put out? Well, it's simple. Number one, this is a lot different than the content that I usually put out on YouTube. And also, even though I think we live in this really exciting time where there's a lot of great bass education resources out there, I also believe that it gets really murky. The waters get really murky, and you could spend a lot of time wondering, what's the right path or what's the right course to take or what's the right product to buy. And what happens is we get sort of stuck in analysis paralysis, and we spend more time searching, less time practicing, less time playing, less time getting better at the instrument, right? Which is what we want to do. So the Learning Doc and Roy Vogt have really spared no expense putting this course together. If it wasn't cool, I wouldn't put my name on it, trust me. So I'm going to take you through the user interface. I'm going to talk about the content and what I think of the content, the ease of use, and how you can methodically go through this information and use it to build a solid foundation. And I'm also going to talk about the overall value. So before I start, I want to say that you can stream this, you can download it, you can play it on your phone, you can also buy the DVDs. So, and I should say also that there is an affiliate link down below. So I got to be transparent about that. Again, if it wasn't cool, I wouldn't even be talking about it. So this thing is laid out in 20 different lessons. And as you can see, I'm just kind of scrolling through here. They're set up in blocks of 4. That's how I like to look at them. It's almost like a college or any school syllabus, right? You get a clear description of the things that you're going to learn in each one of the lessons. And let me just kind of play a little bit of the stuff and show you the cool things that I find about the user interface. So again, you can see all the lessons clearly laid out here. Let's go to lesson 1. Lesson 1 is the foundational part. Really great for brand new, fresh beginners. Also, if you have any aspirations of being a private instructor, I think that it is cool to look at how a master teacher does this as well, because playing and teaching are two completely different skills, in my opinion. So let's click in here. Any lag that is experienced is not because of the course, it's because of my computer.
Hi, I'm Ashley, one of the producers here at the Learning Doc. And we're proud to welcome you to Teach Me Bass Guitar, the most effective, comprehensive, and entertaining self-paced bass instruction anywhere. We've set the stage at a 50s style blues club called Chateau Groove. And we've structured lessons to give you plenty of time to play with an awesome band of...
Let's talk about that for a second. So, check it. I want to just show you some of this stuff. So they give a background on Roy, and I mean, these guys have spared no expense with going through different angles. There's this really cool interactive fretboard down below where you can see the notes. I'm just skipping through because I don't want to really play too much of the content, but you can just see that the angles and different things like that. It's a really, really quality production. Every lesson will have a PDF lesson supplement that you can take a look at. Back to lessons. Every lesson has different chapters that you can easily go through and find your place, resume, whatever. Also, you can loop the exercises. So every one of the lessons is set up exactly like this format. So that's the first lesson. By the 4th lesson, you're getting movable shapes, blues, and some other etudes that you can look at. I'm just kind of skimming through here. By the last lesson, you'll get information on how to, extended range basses, effects, and different things like that. So it's a really classy, well laid out course. What I like about the content is that it's set up sequentially. There's no jumping around, so you have to go back and get this one thing and or whatever. So I suggest using it in that way. Look at lesson 1, go through all of that, just sit down and go through that material. If you feel like you're ready to move on to the next one, move on to the next one, but try not to skip around. I think that's the way you're going to get the max benefit out of this. Now, overall value, this is where it really, the value really comes into focus. On average, a qualified music instructor, a qualified bass teacher is going to charge $60 an hour. If you go to one of the big box music stores, they charge $60 an hour. They only pay the instructors half of that, but they, will charge you $60 an hour. Also, you don't know what you're going to get as far as, the quality of instructor. And here's what I mean by that. Being a great player and being a great teacher are two different skills. When you find someone that can do both, that's when you've struck gold, in my opinion. So 20 lessons. Also, some people may charge $30 for a half-hour lesson. So a half-hour lesson at $30, 20 lessons, $30, $600. You know what I mean? $60 an hour for 20 lessons, $1,200. This course, no matter where you get it from, Amazon, or if you get it directly from teachmebassguitar.com, is going to cost you $169.99. That's a great value. That's like $8.50 a lesson. And this is what you buy once and you have in your library. I think it's a great addition to any musician's library. I don't know if I said it before, but if you aspire to be a teacher, this is a great resource for you to look at and say, well, how would I approach teaching these concepts to a new student? How would I structure lessons for a new student? So for the player, for the beginner to the intermediate, even advanced player, there's a lot of good review stuff for the advanced player. Great foundational material for the beginner player, and great touch-up material for the intermediate player. So I think it's an all-around great value. Again, in full transparency, there is an affiliate link below, so check that out. And what I would love is to hear in the comments below your experience with bass lessons or music lessons in general. If you buy the course, when you buy the course, I'd love to get your feedback and be able to share with Roy and the folks over at the Learning Doc. But that's all I have for this right now. I think it's a great resource, a great value at $169.99, $170 or whatever plus tax, depending on where you live. So check it out, man. It's a great course. Roy's a great player, great teacher, and I will see you in the next video. All right? Peace. 2 fingers.